Alright, welcome to our channel FoHo Success. In this channel, we will discuss about more about the home science examination. So, for now, home science exam is approaching. It's coming in the next month. So here we will discuss the what are the syllabus included and what are the main subjects are there in the home science exam. So there are total 10 units where in the first unit name is the food science and food service management. This is the first unit in which there are 10 subunits, that is the food science and nutrition, properties of food, physical and chemical properties, quality evaluation of foods, objective and subjective, effects of cooking and processing techniques on nutritional components and physical parameters, food preservation and application, food pigments and additives, food standards, microbial safety of food, HACCP and food packaging. Seventh chapter, perspectives of food service menu planning and food cost analysis. 8. New product development, that is nanotechnology. 9. Food service management of institutional level hospital, educational institution, social and special institutions. 10th, that is the last unit, research methods, that is the fundamental issues, concept, need, relevance, scope and ethics in research. This 10 unit is almost similar in all the other units. So we will talk about second unit of the home science, that is nutrition and dietetics. So mainly these two chapters are the one where we food technology student also studies, and here in the first chapter food groups are there: balanced diet, food pyramid, macro and micronutrition. In second chapter, nutrients, role of nutrients in the body, nutrient deficiencies and requirements for Indian, public health nutrition. Fourth, nutrition through lifespan, physiological changes, growth and development from conception to adolescence, nutritional needs and dietary guidelines for adequate nutrition through life cycle nutrition and concerns. Fifth, community nutrition, sports nutrition, nutrition in emergencies and disaster. Here in sixth chapter, nutritional assessment methods and techniques, nutritional intervention and national nutrition, politics and programs, food and nutrition security. Eighth chapter, clinical and therapeutic nutrition. Ninth, diet counseling and management. 10th is the same as the before, research methods, research designs, principles and purpose of research. Some topics are different in this. And the third major group of the home science is divided into textile. So textile is a major group of this subject in the third unit. We will discuss about whole in the first chapter textile terminologies like fiber, yarn, weave, fabrics, etc. Classification of fibers, yarns and weaves, identification identification of fibers and weaves, manufacturing process of major natural and man-made fibers, properties and their end uses. Why this chapter is important? Because most of the questions definitely it will come from this unit. Third chapter, different methods of fabric construction, woven, knitted and non-woven fabrics, their properties and end uses. Fourth chapter, textiles finishes, classification, processing and purpose of finishes. Fifth, dyeing and printing classification, method of block printing, tie and dye, batik, roller printing, screen printing, discharge, heat transfer printing, and digitalized printing. Sixth, traditional textiles of Indian embroideries, embroidered textiles, printed textiles, and woven textiles. Dyed textiles of various regions in India, identification on the basis of fabric, content, techniques, motif, color, and design. Seventh, textile testing. Quality control, need of testing, sampling method, techniques of testing fabrics, yarn, fabrics, and garments, testing of color, fastness, shrinkage, piling, and GSM of fabrics. Eighth chapter, Textile and Environment, banned dyes, eco-friendly textiles, contamination and effluent treatment, eco-label and eco-marks. Ninth chapter, recent developments in textiles and apparel, nanotextiles, um, technical textiles, occupational clothing, zero waste designing, upcycling and recycling. In the last chapter, research methods, types of research, that is descriptive, survey, historical, qualitative, quantitative, analytical, and action research we will study. This is a part of textile. This you can say the another subheading of the textile, that is the apparel designing, that which means the clothing designing. Number one, first chapter includes body measurement, procedure, need, figure, types and anthropometry. Second chapter, equipments and tools used for manufacturing garments, advancement and attachments used for sewing machine, types of machine used and their parts. Third, elements and principle of design and its application to apparel, illustration and parts of garments, fashion. In the fourth chapter, fashion terminologies, fashion cycle, fashion theories, fashion adaptation, fashion forecasting, and factors affecting fashion. Fifth chapter, pattern making, drafting, dapping, flat pattern making techniques, pattern alteration, and dart manipulation techniques. Sixth chapter, apparel manufacturing, terminology used, seams, techniques and machines used, process of fabric to apparel manufacture, apparel, quality testing, quality standards and specification, quality parameters and defects of fabrics and garments, care and maintenance of clothing, principles of washing, laundry agents, storage, techniques, case label and symbols. Ninth chapter, selection of clothing for different age groups, selection of fabrics for different end users. 10th, research methods, hypothesis testing, types and scope. In the unit, fifth unit name is resource management and consumer issues. In the first chapter, management concept, approaches, management of time, energy, money, space, motivation, factors, motivation, theories, decision making. Second chapter, functions of management, planning, supervision, controlling, organizing, evaluation, family cycle stages, availability and use of resources. Third chapter, resources classification, characteristics, factors affecting use, resource conservation, time management, work simplification, techniques, classes of change, fatigue and its management. Fourth chapter, management of natural resources, land, forest, water, air, water harvesting, municipal solid waste management, concept of sustainable development, SDGs, that is Sustainable Development Goals. In the fifth chapter, money management, family income type, supplementation, budgeting, household accounts, family saving and investment, tax implication. Sixth chapter, human resource management, functions, need, human resource development, challenges, functions, manpower, planning, training, need assessment, training, methodologies, training evaluation. And seventh chapter, consumer definition, role, rights and responsibilities, consumer behavior, consumer problem, education and empowerment. Eighth chapter, consumer protection, consumer organization, cooperative, alternative, redressal, standardization, standard marks, quality control, buying aids, consumer legislation. Ninth, entrepreneurship, concept, process, barriers, entrepreneurial motivation, challenges, enterprise setting, project planning, appraisal, enterprise management. In the last, research method, sampling technique, types of sampling, sampling procedure, probability and non-probability sampling. Here in the sixth unit, housing and interior design. First chapter, design fundamentals, elements of arts, principle of design, principle of composition. Second, color, dimension of color, physiological effects of colors, color schemes, factors affecting use of color. Third, space planning and design housing, need and important principles of planning spaces, types of house plans, economy in construction, planning for different income group. Fourth, building regulation norms, standard zoning, housing for special groups and areas, housing finance. Fifth, housing and environment, building material, impact on environment, green rating system, energy efficiency in building, energy auditing, indices of indoor comfort. Sixth, energy as resource, conventional and non-conventional resource, renewable and non-renewable energy, energy management, national efforts on energy conservation. Seventh, product design, design thinking process, diffusion and innovation, design communication, ergonomic consideration. Eighth unit, ergonomics, that is significance, scope, anthropometry, man, machine, environment, relationship, factors affecting physiological cost of work, body mechanics, functional design of workplace, time and motion study, energy study. Ninth, furniture and furnishing, historical perspectives, architectural styles, contemporary trends, wall finishes, window and window treatments. Tenth, last chapter, that is research methods, selection and preparation of tools for data collection, questionnaire, interview, observation, measuring scales, ranking and measurement, reliability and validity of tools. In the seventh, that is all about child and human development. First chapter, principles of growth and development, care during pregnancy, prenatal and neonatal development, theories of human development and behavior, early, early childhood care and education, activities to promote holistic development. Fourth, influence of family, peers, school, community, culture on personality development. Fifth, children and persons with special needs, care and support, special education, prevention of disabilities, rehabilitation. Sixth, children at risk, child labor, street children, children of destitute, orphans, child abuse, trafficking. Seventh, adolescents and youth, changes, challenges, and programs to promote optimal development. Eight, adulthood characteristics, changing roles and responsibilities in early and middle adulthood. Ninth, aging, physical and physiological changes and care needs. Tenth, research methods, types of variables and their selections. Now we will talk about the eighth unit, that is the family studies. Number one, dynamic of marriage and family relationships, family welfare approaches, programs and challenges, role role in national development. Third, domestic violence, disharmony, conflict, resolution of conflict. Fourth, parent education, positive parenting, community education, family disorganization, single parent families, family studies, family in crisis, family therapy, initiative for children, child development. 7. Human rights, rights of children, rights to of education, status of women, gender roles. 8. Guidance and counseling across lifespan and for caregivers. 9. Health and well-being across lifespan development. 10th. Research methods, data collection and classification, coding, tabulation, interferential and descriptive statistics. In the ninth unit, we will study about the communication for development. Number 1 chapter, Basics of Communication, Nature, Characteristics, Functions, Process, Models, Elements, Principles, Barriers, Perception, Persuasion, Empathy, Types of Communication, Levels of Communication, Transaction, Processing, Process of Listening. Chapter 2, Communication system and communication theories, human interaction theories, mass communication theories, message design theories, communication system, culture and communication. Third chapter, concept of development, theories, models, measurement and indicators of development. Fourth, concept of development where communication models and approaches, diffusion and innovation, mass media, social marketing. Fifth chapter, role of communication in development, need and importance, development journalism, writing for development, prints, radio, television, internet. Concerns of development, communication, gender, health, environment, sustainability, human right, population, rural, tribal development, advocacy and behavior change, communication, concept theories, models, approaches, implication and challenges. Eighth, traditional, modern and new media for development, folk forms of songs, art, dance, theatre, puppetry, advertisement, cinema, ICTs for development, community radio, participatory video, social media and mobile phones. Ninth, organization, agencies, institutes working for development communication, international, national, state and local. Next chapter, research methods, analysis of data through parametric and non-parametric tests. And this is the last unit, that is the extension management and community development. In the first chapter, historical perspective of extension genesis of extension education, extension system in India and other countries, objectives of extension education and the extension service, philosophy and principles of extension program development. Second, program management, need assessment, situation analysis, planning, organization, implementation, monitoring and evaluation. Third, extension methods and materials, interpersonal, small, large scale, large group methods, audio-visual aids, need, importance, planning, classification, preparation and field testing, use and evaluation of audio-visual material. Chapter 4, curriculum development and planning for extension education and development activities, Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives and learning. Fifth chapter, for non-formal, adult and lifelong educational historical perspectives, concept, theories, approaches, scope, methods and material use, challenges of implementations and evaluation, issues to be addressed. Sixth chapter, training, skill development and capacity building for human resource development, method of training, entrepreneurship development, community development perspective, approaches, community organization, leadership, support structure for community development, Panchayati Raj institutions, NGOs, and community-based organizations. Eighth chapter, people's participation and stakeholders' perception perspective, participatory learning and action methods technique. Ninth chapter, development programs in India for urban, rural, tribal population group, programs for nutrition, health, education, wage and self-employment, women's development, skill education development, sanitation, infrastructure. 10th unit 10th chapter contain research methods, scientific report writing, presentation of data, interpretation and discussion. So here I'll just scroll it once so you can see there is the same syllabus written in Hindi. Those who are giving this exam in Hindi mode, they can see here the same thing which I have just read in English, it's there in Hindi. So people can see. I'll read out the main unit for the people who are giving this exam in Hindi. The Ikai 1, that is the unit 1, Khad Evam Poshan. इकाई 2, पोषण एवं आहार विज्ञान. इकाई 3, टेक्सटाइल. इकाई 4, परिधान डिजाइनिंग. इकाई 5, संसाधन व्यवस्था, वित्त एवं उपभोक्ता के सरोकार. इकाई 6, आवासीय एवं आंतरिक डिजाइनिंग. इकाई 8, बाल एवं मानव विकास. इकाई 8, पारिवारिक अध्ययन. इकाई 9, विकास हेतु संचार. इकाई 10, विकास प्रबंधन एवं समुदाय विकास. So these are the 10 units which we are going to discuss one by one in our channel. So for those aspirants who wants to prepare for this exam which is coming, and the time is very less, only 20 to 25 days are left, as we didn't get the accurate date of our exam, so we have to be prepared before next month, because from this first week only the exam will start. So we have to get ready with all these 10 units, and each unit contain 10 separate chapter. So we have to see each and every single chapter one by one. So if you have any query with this syllabus, you can text me in the message. If you like this video, do like, and if you have any query, do comment. Thank you so much for joining us here.